All right, welcome to another deep dive. This time, we're going to unpack a story that's got the tech world buzzing and causing some serious ripples across the global markets.
Yeah, this one's interesting.
AI, China, and a startup you might not have heard of called DeepSeek. They're making a lot of people nervous, to say the least.
What's really interesting here is DeepSeek isn't just, another one of those flashes in the pan. You know what I mean?
Right.
They've actually gone and created an AI model, DeepSeek R1.
Mm.
And it's really challenging the assumptions about, who the leaders are in AI and how that tech is, developed.
And our source, this really in-depth analysis from The Guardian, it digs into why this is such a big deal.
Hmm.
I mean, just to paint the picture a little bit, we've got this relatively small startup, DeepSeek, founded by a guy named Liang Wenfeng.
Right.
They're going head-to-head with giants. I mean, we're talking, OpenAI, the folks behind ChatGPT, and they're doing it with surprisingly limited resources.
Yeah. And not only are they competing, but DeepSeek R1 is actually achieving comparable performance. Which is pretty remarkable in itself.
Yeah.
But what's really making people sit up and take notice is the efficiency.
Yeah. How are they doing this?
They're doing this at a fraction of the cost
Yeah.
of their bigger rivals.
Okay, so let's break down that efficiency angle because that's what everyone's talking about, right? How are they getting these results with fewer resources? What's the secret sauce?
That is the million-dollar question.
Yeah.
The Guardian piece highlights a couple of key factors. First, DeepSeek seems to have come up with some innovative algorithms that are just incredibly efficient when it comes to data processing.
Right.
Second, they've really cleverly optimized their hardware and infrastructure to minimize overhead.
Oh, I see.
So they're basically doing, more with less.
Yeah.
And that is shaking up the industry.
Yeah. Yeah, it challenges the whole idea that you need these, massive data centers and billions of dollars to even, play in the AI space.
Exactly.
This could be a real turning point.
Absolutely. And this is where things get even more interesting. They've decided to make the code for DeepSeek R1 open source.
Okay, so for those of us who aren't programmers, can you break that down? What does open sourcing the code actually mean, and why is it such a big deal in this case?
Sure. In the simplest terms, it means they're making the underlying code of their AI model freely available. Anyone can use it, anyone can modify it, anyone can distribute it. It's like sharing the recipe for some groundbreaking new dish.
Right.
Yeah. Now anyone can take that recipe, they can tweak it, maybe add their own, special ingredient and come up with something totally new.
So instead of keeping their technology, under lock and key, they're basically saying, "Hey, come on in, let's all innovate together."
Pretty much.
That's a pretty bold move, especially given how competitive this landscape is.
It is. And it has the potential to really, really disrupt that traditional AI development model.
Yeah.
Companies like Google and Microsoft they've generally kept their AI developments very proprietary.
Right.
This move by DeepSeek could really shake things up.
It's almost like they're betting on the power of, a global community of developers.
Yeah.
To kind of push the boundaries of AI further and faster than any one company could, on its own.
That's exactly right.
And that's a bet that's making a lot of people, especially investors, pretty nervous. I mean, this open source approach, while it's revolutionary, it sent some shockwaves through the market.
Oh, yeah.
DeepSeek's announcement caused a massive sell-off, didn't it? Wiped out, was it $1 trillion from the NASDAQ?
Yeah.
I mean, that's not just a ripple, that's a tsunami.
That's a pretty clear sign that investors are worried.
Yeah.
Companies like NVIDIA, Google, Microsoft, all saw their stock prices take a hit.
Wow.
The market seems to be betting that DeepSeek could really, really disrupt the balance of power in tech.
So we've got this David versus Goliath situation, a potentially game-changing technology being developed with a remarkable efficiency and this bold open source approach that's sending shockwaves through the market. But it feels like this is bigger than just money and tech dominance.
You're absolutely right. There's a much bigger picture here.
Yeah.
DeepSeek's success is raising some fundamental questions about about innovation, geopolitics, and accessibility in the world of AI.
Okay, let's unpack that.
Yep.
What are the big questions that DeepSeek is forcing us to ask? I mean, for starters, can smaller players like DeepSeek, I mean, can they actually compete with the established giants in the AI space? Are we seeing a shift in the landscape where innovation can come from, unexpected places?
Yeah, that's certainly one of the questions DeepSeek is forcing us to consider. I mean, they've shown that it's possible to develop cutting-edge AI without, those massive resources that everyone thought were essential.
Yeah.
This could be a real game changer for the industry.
What about the geopolitical implications? I mean, you mentioned before that some experts see this as a challenge to U.S. dominance in the tech sector.
Right.
Can you elaborate on that a bit?
Well, the U.S. has, for a long time been a leader in AI research and development.
Yeah.
They've used export controls to try and maintain that lead.
Right.
DeepSeek's emergence, along with the fact that they're making their technology open source, could potentially undermine those efforts.
Yeah.
It suggests that the center of gravity in AI innovation
Yeah.
might be shifting.
So the playing field is leveling in a way.
Potentially, yeah. And this brings us to another key question: accessibility. Will this open source approach make powerful AI tools available to a much wider range of people?
Yeah.
Individuals, organizations. I mean, imagine small businesses, startups, even researchers in developing countries,
Yeah.
all having access to the kind of AI capabilities that were once exclusive to big tech companies.
Yeah, that's a pretty compelling vision. I mean, it could democratize AI in a way we haven't really seen before. But let's bring this closer to home for our listener.
Okay.
How could DeepSeek's innovations actually impact their everyday life? What are some tangible benefits we might see?
Well, the potential applications are vast, and we're probably just scratching the surface here.
Right.
But imagine, for example, more affordable and accessible AI-powered tools for education.
Okay.
Think about personalized tutoring programs that adapt to your individual learning style,
Yeah.
or virtual assistants that can help you research and understand complex topics.
That would be a game changer for students of all ages. What about healthcare? Are there potential applications there?
Absolutely. Imagine AI-powered diagnostic tools that can help doctors detect diseases much, much earlier and more accurately.
Right.
Or think about personalized treatment plans that take into account, your genetic makeup, your lifestyle.
Hmm.
AI could also play a huge role in drug discovery and development,
Yeah.
potentially leading to breakthroughs in the treatment of all kinds of diseases.
Yeah, it sounds like DeepSeek's innovations could have a ripple effect across so many different aspects of our lives.
Hmm.
But we also have to acknowledge that there are potential downsides as well.
Right.
The job market, for example, that's a big concern for a lot of people.
Yeah. And it's a valid concern. While AI has the potential to create new jobs and whole new industries,
Right.
it's also likely to automate some existing roles. The key is going to be to adapt
Mm.
and to invest in education and retraining programs
Right.
that prepare people for the jobs of the future.
So it's not just about learning new technical skills.
No.
It's also about developing the kind of adaptability and critical thinking skills that are going to be, essential in a world where AI is just becoming more and more prevalent.
Exactly. The future of work is going to look different. And it's important to start thinking about those changes now.
Yeah.
But beyond the job market, there are other potential risks and challenges that we need to consider as well.
Okay, let's dive into those. What are some of the potential downsides of this open source approach?
Well, one concern is the potential for misuse. When you make powerful technology freely available, there's always the risk that it could fall into the wrong hands.
Can you give our listener a concrete example of what that might look like? What's a worst case scenario?
Well, imagine a scenario where someone with malicious intent uses DeepSeek's technology to create highly sophisticated phishing scams,
Right.
or to spread disinformation on a massive scale,
Mm-hmm.
or consider the potential for developing autonomous weapon systems that operate without without human oversight.
Yeah.
These are all possibilities that we need to take seriously.
It's almost like opening Pandora's box, right? You
Yeah.
unleash the potential for great good,
Right.
but you also unleash the potential for harm.
That's a good analogy, and it really underscores the need for responsible development and regulation of AI.
Right.
We need to be thinking not just about the technological capabilities, but also about the ethical implications.
So we've got this incredibly powerful technology that's being developed at this breakneck pace,
Hmm.
and we're only just beginning to grapple with the potential consequences. I mean, it feels like a pretty pivotal moment.
It is, and it's a moment where we all have a role to play.
Yeah.
We need to be informed, engaged, and ready to ask the tough questions about how AI is being developed and used.
Yeah, this isn't just some abstract tech story happening, somewhere else. This is a story that's going to touch every aspect of our lives. So, what can our listener do? What are some practical steps they can take to be more informed and engaged in this conversation?
Well, I think for starters, staying informed is crucial.
Yeah.
Read articles, listen to podcasts, and follow the work of researchers and organizations that are focused on AI ethics and policy.
It's about being an informed citizen in the age of AI.
Yeah, exactly. And
Uh-huh.
don't be afraid to ask questions.
Right.
You challenge the assumptions about how AI is being developed and used.
Yeah.
Demand transparency from the companies and governments that are shaping this technology.
So we need to be vocal to engage in the public debate about AI and its implications.
Absolutely. And you can start right now. I mean, what are your thoughts on DeepSeek's open source approach? Does it excite you? Does it make you nervous? What are your hopes and fears about the future of AI?
Yeah, those are great questions for our listener to ponder. What are some other things they can do to make their voices heard?
I mean, support organizations that are working to ensure responsible AI development.
Mm.
Get involved in local initiatives that are exploring the use of AI in your community.
Mm.
And most importantly, talk to your friends, your family, your colleagues about these issues. The more we discuss them, the better equipped we'll be to navigate the challenges and opportunities that AI presents.
So DeepSeek is kind of a wake-up call in a way. It's
Hmm.
a reminder that the future of AI it's not predetermined. It's something that we're all actively shaping, whether we realize it or not.
Yeah, DeepSeek's story is a pretty dramatic example of how quickly things can change in the world of technology.
Yeah.
What seemed like science fiction just a few years ago is now becoming reality,
Yep.
and it's happening faster than a lot of us expected.
It's both exciting and a little bit daunting, isn't it?
It is. But I think it's important to approach this with a sense of curiosity
Yeah.
and a willingness to learn and adapt.
Yeah.
The future of AI is not something to be feared. It's something to be embraced,
Mhm.
but with open eyes and a critical mind.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of DeepSeek and all of its implications, what's the one key takeaway you want our listener to remember?
That innovation can come from unexpected places,
Yeah.
and that the power to shape the future of AI is not limited to a select few. It's a power we all share.
It's a reminder that we're not just passive observers in this technological revolution. We're active participants.
Right.
And the choices that we make today they're going to have a profound impact on the world of tomorrow.
Well said. And who knows, maybe our listener will be the one to develop the next groundbreaking AI innovation,
Mm.
or to lead the charge for responsible AI development.
Yeah, the future is full of possibilities. And that's what makes this such an exciting time to be alive. So to our listener, stay curious, stay engaged, and stay tuned because the DeepSeek story is just beginning.